Hi, welcome to Community Connections. My name is Jane Powell. Community Connections is a program brought to you by the Greater Kanawha Valley Foundation showcasing community involvement. Today we have a great guest. Welcome Amy McLaughlin, Director of Restore.
Thank you.
We're so glad you're here.
I'm glad to be here.
So tell me about the Restore.
Sure. The Restore is a sustainable funding initiative of Habitat for Humanity. So we're simply a program of our local Habitat for Humanity, and our mission is to raise money so that Habitat can build homes. So at the Restore, we resell donated building materials, furniture, home items, and then the money we make from reselling those items is what we use to build the Habitat for Humanity houses. We have two other components to our mission at the Restore too, and that is to keep good stuff out of landfills, and then also to provide home improvement materials to people for a price that's much more reasonable than buying at retail stores.
And a great way to spend an hour or two roaming through your store. I've been known to do that.
Absolutely. There's always interesting things that you can find at the Restore. We get donations from individuals, from businesses, from manufacturers. So you can find things there that are brand new, and you can find things there that are antique. But there's always a really good assortment of items to shop at the Restore.
There is. So where do the donations come from, and how do they get to you?
Well, like I said, they come from a variety of sources. Primarily, though, they come from individuals. And that would be if you were remodeling your kitchen and you decided to get new cabinets and new countertops. You could send the old cabinets and countertops to the Habitat Restore. And then when you installed them, you could feel good about knowing you got a new kitchen and all of the old material went to the Restore to help us raise funds for houses.
Yes, I love that idea because I'm kind of an HGTV addict.
Yes.
And when they go through with the sledgehammer and smash up all the old things, I'm screaming, no,
Yes.
somebody could use those.
Absolutely. That is a cry that you will hear from everybody at the Restore a lot. So anytime people are remodeling, whether it be, garages or bathrooms or getting new furniture or even new office furniture, and this is something that people don't think about a lot, but some of our biggest donors are businesses, and when they change out their office furniture, they send the old stuff to the Restore.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Okay. So you touched on it earlier when you were talking about recycling and reusing, but you do a lot at the Restore to help the environment.
We do. We consider the Restore a pretty big environmental initiative in Charleston. On average, we divert more than 1,000 tons, not pounds, but 1,000 tons a year from area landfills. So this is good stuff that deserves to be reused and rehomed. And if there weren't for the Restore, a lot of this stuff would go straight to the landfill. So we're proud that we're diverting all of that out. But we take it a step farther too, and we're very careful at the Restore about making sure that the other material we use is environmentally friendly. We even go so far as to make sure that we're diverting the storm water from a parking lot. When we built our back parking lot, we installed the very first rain garden in Charleston, and it diverts all of the storm water from the storm drains in the city and kind of cleans it and filters it before it puts it down into the groundwater.
I love that. Love that.
We do too.
And I guess we should talk about the paint.
Yes, the paint. That's also another big environmental initiative that we just love. This is one of our favorite programs. We started this program in very late 2012, and we actually were able to run this program thanks to a grant from the Greater Kanawha Valley Foundation. And we have been taking people's leftover, but still usable, still liquid, still good, latex paint. We recycle it, we filter it, we strain it, we remix it, and we repackage it. And then we sell it to the public at a deep discounted price compared to what you would buy latex paint for at the store. So, this paint would either be sitting in somebody's basement for decades,
Guilty.
or, yes, we're all guilty of that, or even worse, oftentimes, especially in more rural areas of our county, that paint can end up in places it definitely should not be, like creeks and streams. So by providing an outlet for people to get rid of that latex paint, we consider that a pretty big environmental initiative. And we're proud that we're able to do that. We have, at this point, we have recycled and resold over 10,000 gallons.
10,000?
Yeah. since we started the program in late 2012. So we're very proud of that number, and we're the only paint recycling that we know about that's going on in West Virginia.
Well, congratulations. That's
Thank you.
really that's wonderful.
Thank you.
So we know that people can donate and they can shop, but how else would somebody be involved in the Restore?
There's lots of other ways, and the biggest way, of course, would be to volunteer. Since we're a program of Habitat for Humanity, we do rely a lot on volunteer service. So we have several people that volunteer with us that have been volunteering for over a decade now, and they are primarily retirees that come in at least 3 or 4 times a week and help us out. But we also have people that, just like to come in on Saturdays and help display the merchandise, see what's coming in, help us get it cleaned and priced for the sales floor. We also have some committees with Habitat. We have a volunteer marketing committee made up of marketing professionals in the area that meet once a month and volunteer their time to help us communicate our mission. So there's lots of ways besides shopping and donating that you can get involved with Habitat and the Restore.
That's great. And you mentioned committees, but you also have some programs there. And is it the Master Homeowners Project?
Yes, so we are very excited about this, and this is actually another program of Habitat for Humanity. And this is something that Habitat has always done, our Habitat, Kanawha and Putnam County. And this is actually what got me to decide to move into the nonprofit world, because I thought this program was so fantastic and I wanted to be a part of this. So one of the things that Habitat does is when we partner with people in the community that want to become homeowners, they go through a year-long process where they do the sweat equity that everybody knows about. They work on their house and they save up money, because Habitat is about a 20-year interest-free, profits-free mortgage. It's not a house giveaway. But during that year, they're also going to homeownership classes. One thing we found at Habitat is that homeownership is generational. So the people that are coming to us, it's not just that they've never owned a home, it's usually that no one in their family has ever owned a home. So if you think about that, there's a lot of knowledge that gets passed down from generation to generation about homeownership.
That's true.
Yeah.
Helping your dad or working with your mom.
Absolutely, absolutely. So Habitat recognized that, and they said, you know what, we just don't want to stick somebody in a house with an interest-free, profit-free mortgage. We want them to understand how to be a homeowner. So we've always had these classes, but this year we've gotten really serious about it. We have a homeownership education director that has really streamlined the program, and it's going to be called the Master Homeowner Program. It'll be a set of financial and practical classes, how to do basic plumbing repair, from how to create a budget for your house for the next 20 years.
That's great.
And that program's actually going to be open to the public as well. So it's not just for Habitat families, it's something that anybody that's interested in homeownership can be a part of.
I love that not only are you giving them a gift, but you're setting them up to succeed.
Absolutely, absolutely. And it is an interest-free, profit-free mortgage, so it is their home and they're working towards it, they're paying off. The charity is in that because it is interest and profit-free.
Right.
It usually makes their mortgage payment less than they would pay to live in a substandard house.
And it's a quality product.
Absolutely. Very, very good quality, very energy efficient. Like you said, it helps prepare people and sets them up to have a good, productive future.
Yes, I'm a big believer in making success happen. Yes, that's awesome. So you're doing for the homeowners, and then if we flip it, maybe not really, because repairs can be an art, but you work a lot with the art community.
Yes. This is one of my favorite things about the Restore. We realized really early on that most of the artists in Charleston shopped at the Restore and kind of used the Restore as a resource. So we decided that we wanted to get very much involved in that community and support that community and bring it into the Restore as much as possible. So there's a lot of programs that are arts-based that we run out of the Restore. My favorite one, and this summer will be the 3rd summer that we've done it, is a redesign internship. We partner with West Virginia State University, and we have one of their art students that comes into the Restore for an 6-week internship. It's a paid internship.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a very good, well-paid internship that they come, they work in the Restore for 6 weeks, and they build a piece of art using reusable materials that stays on display in the Restore so that the community can come in and see it and be inspired. Also, as part of their internship, they conduct a make-and-take workshop for the public where people come in and they can do a craft with these artists and leave with something that they've made from repurposed materials.
That's fun. I had a chance to stop down. You had an art show. Tell us about the art show.
Yeah,
This was fun.
This was very fun, and this was the first year that we did it, but we had such a great response to it that we're going to keep doing it year after year. We called it our Double Take Art Show. It was inspired by an artist in Canada named David Irvine. He takes thrift store art and he kind of adds in his own special touch. So imagine like maybe a scene of the ocean, and then he would paint in an oversized rubber ducky floating in the ocean.
Yeah.
So we loved his work, and of course the resource full of art that people donate. So we encouraged people in the community, artists and everyone, to get a piece of thrift store art, add their own special touch, donate it to the Restore. We gave them a $20 Restore gift certificate for participating. Then the community got to come in and vote for their favorite. They got to do a silent auction if they wanted to purchase any of it. It was so much fun, and it was just a fascinating show to look at.
And I think we have seen a picture of it flash on the screen. There was a lot of art.
There was.
There it is, a lot of art set up in the gallery, and just, it was really fun.
It was, and just to see the amount of creativity that we have in our community and the sense of humor that people had about it, it was fantastic. Actually, the artist that I referred to that we based it off of, he heard about this. He saw online on our website that we were doing this. He liked the idea, and from Toronto, Canada, he mailed us a piece of art that he especially made for us that we then auctioned off during the Double Take Art Show.
How about that?
Yeah, it was pretty neat.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
And then you guys do seasonal displays. I know that there's a Halloween kind of art. You guys, maybe, and that's just volunteers that you do, and you create different ghosts and goblins throughout the season. So that's just, it's fun.
Yeah.
It is a building full of surprises.
It is. It absolutely.
Yes, very practical things and then fun things also.
Absolutely.
So that's great. What's in store for the Restore? What's the future about?
Well, Restore is doing great. We have the sales at the Charleston Restore have been absolutely fantastic, and we've been able to fund more than half of the houses, the Habitat houses that we build every year through Restore proceeds.
That's great.
So in a way to kind of expand that and to be able to raise even more money for Habitat for Humanity, we're looking at going into Putnam County. Our affiliate covers Kanawha and Putnam County, and while we've always served Putnam, we pick up Restore donations there, we build houses there, we serve families in Putnam. We've never had a physical presence in Putnam County. And in the upcoming year, that's something that we're making plans to do. We're going to open some kind of version of the Restore in Putnam County, in addition to the one in Charleston, to give people a place to drop off donations and shop for some of the interesting things that we have in Charleston.
It's going to be great. So how do I keep up on everything that's going on in the Restore? Sure.
The best way is to sign up for our monthly e-blast. You can do that by visiting our website, which is charlestonwvrestore.org.
Okay.
If you go there, you'll learn everything about the Restore. You can see at the bottom where you can sign up. Once a month, we send out a calendar of events. We send out little stories. And we also send out Restore coupons, which people love.
Okay, great. So that's a way that I could volunteer and keep up on everything that's going on.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much for joining us today, Amy. Amy McLaughlin, Director of the Restore. You'll hear more about her in the future, I'm sure. Thank you guys for joining us today on Community Connections. We'll see you next time.